have been sweeping the coast all week. Will die below the waves. The nets can't reach that deep. I can see the glow through the waves. They're hunting something in the distant fish. If we flee now, we'll lead them right to the hatchlings. And if we stay, we drown in their nets.
And if they drop anchors, then you swim faster than greed and sink.
Grace leads the pod toward the dark line of cypress trees, the edge of the swamplands. The water thickens, brown and green with silk. Their tails vanish into fog, glinting like lost stars. They weave through half-sunken branches, every stroke stirring clouds of mud. Something massive drifts above, the pirate's rowboat, lantern swaying. A rope brushes Mary's hair. She bites back a gasp. The boat passes. The water opens into a glowing pool where fireflies shimmer over giant lily leaves. The pirates' voices fade behind them. For a breath, the mermaids float silent, catching their breath, scales flickering at the light.
We say the swamp remembers everyone who's ever touched its waters. Some favorite. Last night I went to the old harbor. The currents pulled me farther than I meant to go. When I reached the shore, it wasn't the same harbor. The lights, the ships, even the air, it all felt older like Elnora before it sank.
The suspense. You were gone for it. The harbor's too close to humans.
It is, but the moon was bright and something felt different. Like a dream?
In another life, Neve knew Grace by her laughter, by the shimmer of her hair against the moonlit sea. But in this world, his eyes passed through her like light through water. He stood on the ship, salt wind in his hair, the same soul, only unremembering. Grace lingered beneath the waves, close enough to hear the echo of his heartbeat, and sank again before his gaze could meet hers. The sea keeps secret until the tides are ready to return them. So she waited in the shadows, dodging his glance. At least, for now.
I froze. His eyes passed right through me as if I wasn't real.
Maybe he couldn't see you.
Or maybe I wasn't supposed to be there at all. Stone towers toppled, iron bones rotting in the riverbeds. We thought their world would last forever, yet the sea remembers every flaw. I tried everything, every shimmer of light, every whisper through the waves. He looked right through me like I wasn't even there. It's as if something older was standing between us, a veil woven from forgotten magic. I could feel it pulsing near the old harbor gates. The portals, they're sealed again. Whatever spell guards them now, it's stronger than before. Thought if I could just make him see me, remember me, the tide would shift, the worlds would touch again. But Neve says they saw only the surface, and beneath it, I was just a ghost, a ripple the world forgot to feel. Something's wrong with the currents, desperately wrong. Even the sea can't hide it anymore.
Not paying attention to the men patiently gathering a huge net, captured her. The hatchlings waiting at the edge of the swamplands, waiting for a mother that may never return.
She said she'd be back by the next tide. That was 3 tides ago.
No, she was acting weird before she left. Said the waters felt wrong, like something was stirring near the harbor.
She told us to stay hidden and vanished before we could argue. Maybe she's fighting pirates again. What if she's trapped? You heard those ships out past the reefs. With what? Her mother vows. Please, spirits, don't fear bedtime lectures.
She'd never let them catch her, right?
Stop splashing, Grace said to stay quiet.
She didn't want us to follow, because she's Grace. She always comes back. She also said don't eat the shiny bugs, but here we are.
What if she found a prince? A what? You know, land dweller. Shiny teeth, no gills. Please, should drown him in 5 minutes. She's probably just hiding from us. We're a lot.
Everyone, the guards, the traders, even the sea witches.
The ship's heading out to open sea West Bank current. Too strong for hatchlings like us. If Grace is on it, they'll lose her to the tides before the moon's half high. We swim after them now, and we'll end up chumming for the sharks or worse, trophies on their deck. So you stay? I'm too pretty for responsibility. Willa, fine, they'll stay. But if she shows up, you better bring her home in one piece.
Then it's settled. One last round. Then we meet back here by moonrise.
They called him Captain Walker once long ago. He was just a boy who filled beneath the waves. The storm had taken him, tossing him about like seaweed and driftwood, until gentle hands cold as moonlight pulled him from the depths. A mermaid. She laid him on the shores of Elnora, humming softly till he caught his breath. From that moment he swore to protect the creatures, even though it was the forbidden laws of the Elnora Islands. Decades passed and Rourke became a legend in the Elnora's Islands. Stories of mermaids grew, so did the breed of man. Out of curiosity and duty. One day they captured one. It froze when they hauled her aboard the ship. It was her. 4 days he spoke of the ports he had seen, the stars he followed, and the sea calling his name. And as his crew bragged of their prize, Rourke saw no only shame in her reflection. Glory. He was going to keep his promise. At dawn, saying his goodbyes, he opened the drain valve for her to be set free. She swam until the salt turned sweet aging, until the swamp reeds brushed her tail.
clever. She knows the currents better than any sailor. If she's up there, she'll find her way back. And when she does, we'll be here ready to raise the whole harbor.
I didn't hear this one, but they say the sirens down at the harbor took Captain Rourke's ship apart board by board guests and finally met crew that he couldn't outscream.
Captain, whatever she was just a fish. The crew's whispering says the swamp took back what was hers. You drained in that tank. You sure you didn't drain your luck with it? By the deep she's cowling him back. I knew it. I knew she'd bring the whole cursed brood. Captain, it's her kin of tearing us apart plank for plank. We should left the swamp alone.
Come on, hatchlings. Rip it like seaweed on low tide. Let's see how the mighty this ship really is. A little swamp remodeling. At Captain Rourke.
So it ends. The sea giveth, the sea taketh me to breathe where men shouldn't. Aye, Grace, looks like you've saved me twice, haven't ye?
Grace wandered about the swamplands almost aimlessly, remembering what Mead forgot, but how. He is the one that found her and saved her from the storm. That night he found her tangled in fishermen's nets. They always meet under the full moon. However, in this new world he seemed to have had his memory upside down on the side of the door. She made her mind up and decided to show him. She is going to use her remaining She found him easily on the floor, where he spent hours staring out into the swamplands, as if he lost something or someone. She wasn't going to take no for any answer. He relented after the winter solstice to come here on his own, even with the threat of disintegrate. It took hours to convince him what he was seeing was real after all this time. Mead also remembered who he was saving her from. But should he tell her? Grace swam a unforgiving tree replenishing herself from the Mermaidian magic, and thankful Neve could remember, she wouldn't have had enough strength left to even make it back. But she wasn't ever going to give up on him, as he didn't on her. Neve walked through the portal expecting to disintegrate. However, the unfamiliar hum of the portal's lights were distracting enough. He stood stunned at the fracture of time. The only unsettling monument is his lighthouse. Knowing it to be his safe haven, wandering the streets and harbour of Elnora, the time slip made his days more confusing. Blending in with the people of the town, he still made his way working the docks. Always seeing something just out of reach of his peripheral vision, knowing a sense of peace carried on, and with every step, the time fracture pushed him to forget further.
Easy now, little ones. Hush. The sea's been waiting for you longer than any of us deserve. Don't let these old hands be the last thing you fear. If they knew I was doing this, they'd hang me from the mast, but mercy's a tide. I can't stop it once it starts to rise. I once swore I'd protect your kind before greed made me forget. Maybe this'll set things right, or near enough. Go on now, before the sea changes her mind. Tell the deep I kept my promise, even if it's too late for the likes of me. Grace, if you can hear me down there, this is me remembering the boy you saved didn't drown after all. The ocean keeps her secrets, but tonight she'll keep mine too. Go, little ones. The tide's turning in your favor. Who dares call the storm by name? That power is not yours to command mortal. Do you even know what you hold? That light was one of Grace's heart forged in her sorrow. You steal her gift and think the tide will serve you. The tide serves no man. Return her power to the depths where the sea will claim your name, your ship, your soul. I know what I hold. Steal it. Her power came to me the night she spared my life. She gave me breath when I had none left, and I've spent every tide since trying to be worthy of it. I'll not betray it again, even if it drowns me.
You wielded the sea's breath as if it were yours to command? Do you think the ocean forgets who its heart belongs to?
The storm came upon us fast. I only wanted to save the crew. I swear it.
Save them. You nearly drowned the world to do it. Her power is a tool. It's a living memory of every promise you broke.
Don't let the tide take what's left of me. You think I forgot you, Grace? Every storm I chased, every ship I commanded, it was you I was searching for. I thought if I could hold the ocean, maybe I could hold the part of you that saved me. So strange, wasn't it? They called it that. Maybe it did. I didn't steal your power to rule. I didn't thank you for that day in Elnora's surf. I was just a boy, but you gave me more than breath. You gave me purpose. If the sea must take me for my pride, then let it. But if you still remember the boy, call your name in the waves and tell him he was forgiven.
Redemption isn't taken captain. It's earned tide by tide, truth by truth. You can't command forgiveness any more than you can command the sea.
Played both sides of the harbor. The tides don't forget betrayal, and neither do the ones beneath them.
There's mutiny brewing in every man's heart.
Ever hope to find the original portal again? Before anyone finds out you are really me from the future, time slips will happen everywhere. Stay vigilant. Every wave, every whisper, the swamp will close its gates forever.
There's mutiny brewing in every man's heart, lad. But when I find the one pulling my ropes from the shadows, I'll feed the deep before dawn. I knew you'd be here. Hiding where the roots drink secrets the swamp don't lie. It led me straight to you. Ye called it duty. Aye, duty to what? To shadows, to whispers that turn good men hollow.
Careful where ye tread, Captain. The swamp remembers every step, and it don't favor men who bring fire to its waters. Ye talk of duty, but the sea don't need your oaths. It takes what it wants: flesh, faith, or freedom. Sometimes all three.
I kept the portal secret, as was sworn. Not for gold, not for glory, but for her. For Grace, and ye twisted that oath.
You speak of oaths and portals, yet forget it was the sea that gave you breath. Not your pride, not your shadows. Not so you'd wield the ocean, like a weapon, so you'd remember its mercy. The portal opens only for balance, not greed, not vengeance. Keep stirring these waters, and both your souls will sink beneath their weight.
I came for what was promised, the truth buried. where even the tide don't dare look. The sea took my crew, my ship, my name, but not my word. There's something here, and I aim to claim it, dead men or no. Don't mistake me, Heart Grace. I'd trade my life before I'd hurt you again. But I can't leave empty-handed. Not this time, or I will never make it back in time.
It's wasting time down there. The waterfalls are cursed, everyone knows that. Even the pearls freeze before they touch the bottom.
Oh please, Willa, everything's cursed with you. Last time you said that about the lighthouse, remember? It was just seagulls and bad lighting.
Still, what of the portal's bonds? The story said it hides beneath frozen glass guarded by something older than Triton himself.
Ain't gold worth its weight when the sea's the one demanded payment. Every coin here's a memory, every jewel, not from easy filed to keep. Easy now, my lasses. Careful with them. Relics, these ain't just trinkets. They're the hearts of men who thought they could own. Every man leaves something behind. I, some leave ghosts. I leave gold. Let the gatekeepers wait, and made the ocean take what's owed.
Neva of the shallows, captain of the broken tide. You come bearing gold, but leave trailing ghosts. Do you know the price of crossing, sailor? Every treasure you cast away was meant to weigh your heart, not the depths.
If the sea calls me home tonight, tell Grace I paid me due. Not in gold, but in goodwill. That's the only treasure worth keeping.
The tide remembers every oath, Neve. You broke when you wielded her power for coin. Bravery without repentance is just pride with salt upon it. Rarer among men who bargained with the sea, you paid with gold, now pay with truth. You'll bear her mark forever. Go, Captain, but note with this. Once you pass, there is no return to the shadows. May your soul find anchor in the heart of the deep.
Alright, I'm just saying if a swamp monster comes out of that fog. I'm tripping Hyber's closest and young. And if you hear whispering, it's not the wind. It's probably swamp monsters plotting how to steal your sea snakes.
Those crabs and boots, honey, they probably run into the first.
Me, the only thing spooky here is how you scream, like kettle, when you step on seaweed. Last time a crab touched your boot, if a swamp monster shows up, you'll be halfway to the next island yelling, save yourselves, before we even blink. Or just tell the ghost crabs you're the snack. You the crunchy, betrayed by sea baboons and baby pigs.
Roasted alive by chronicles is better than being laying horse punches action. Please, if a swamp monster comes out, never need just run. He'll be the first one to ask you for directions out of here.
Hyber's closest and young. And if you hear whispering, it's not the wind. It's probably swamp monsters plotting how to steal your sea snakes.
Those crabs and boots, honey, they probably run through the forces first.
The only thing spooky here is how you scream, like kettle, when you step on sea. Last time a crab touched your beak, if a swamp monster shows up, you'll be halfway to the next island yelling, save yourselves, before we even blink. Or just tell the ghost crabs you're the snack. You look crunchy, betrayed by sea baboons and baby pigs.
Roast alive by chronicles is better than being the main course just action. Please, if a swamp monster comes out, never need just run. He'll be the first one to ask you for directions out of here.
Shouldn't have played both sides of the harbor. The tides don't forget betrayal, and neither do the ones beneath them.
There's mutiny brewing in every man's heart.
Never hope to find the original portal again, before anyone finds out you are really me from the future. Time slips will happen everywhere. Stay vigilant. Every wave, every whisper of the swamp will close its gates forever.
There's mutiny brewing in every man's heart, lad. But when I find the one pulling my ropes from the shadows, I'll feed the deep before dawn. I knew you'd be here, hiding where the roots drink secrets the swamp don't lie. It led me straight to you. He called it duty. Aye, duty to what? To shadows, to whispers that turn good men hollow.
Careful where you tread, Captain. The swamp remembers every step, and if only they remember when the fire starts rolling. You talk of duty, but the sea don't need your oaths. It takes what it wants: flesh, faith, or freedom. Sometimes all three.
I kept the portal secret, as was sworn. Not for gold, not for glory, but for her, for grace, and you twisted that oath.
You speak of oaths and portals, yet forget it was the sea that gave you breath. Not your pride, not your shadows. Not so you'd wield the ocean, like a weapon so you'd remember its mercy. The portal opens only for balance, not greed, not vengeance. Keep stirring these waters, and both your souls will sink beneath their weight.
I came for what was promised the truth buried, where even the tide don't dare look. The sea took my crew, my ship, my name, not my word. There's something here, and I aim to claim it. Dead men know. Don't mistake me for Grace. I'd trade my life before I hurt you again. But I can't leave empty-handed. Not this time, or I'm never getting back in time.
Daytime down there. The waterfalls are cursed, everyone knows that. Even the pearls freeze before they touch the bottom.
Oh please, Willa, everything's cursed with you. Last time you said that about the lighthouse, remember? There was just seagulls and backlighting.
Still, what of the portal's bonds? The story said it hides beneath frozen glass guarded by something older than Triton himself.
Ain't gold worth its weight when the sea's the one demanded payment. Every coin here's a memory, every jewel, one from the sea filed to keep. Easy now, my lasses. Careful with them. Relics, these ain't just trinkets. They're the hearts of men who thought they could own. I summon your ghosts. I leave gold. Let the gatekeepers wait, and made the ocean take what's owed.
Neva of the Shallows, captain of the broken tide. You come bearing gold, but leave trailing ghosts. Do you know the price of crossing, sailor? Every treasure you cast away was meant to weigh your heart, not the depths.
If the sea calls me home tonight, tell Grace I paid me due. Not in gold, but in goodwill. That's the only treasure worth keeping.
The tide remembers every oath of Nevang. You broke when you wielded her power for coin. Bravery without repentance is just pride with salt upon it. Rarer among men who bargained with the sea, you paid with gold, now pay with truth. You'll bear her mark forever. Go, Captain, but note with this. Once you pass, there is no return to the shadows. Let your soul find anchor in the heart of the deep.
The gatekeepers marked him, and the current whispers his name. If the portal opens again, don't follow me. The price he paid still ripples through the deep beneath bears the mud. It has gone beyond the gate.
On the other side of the hidden harbor, the wind howled and light flickered as the little mermaids and Captain roared. Didn't continue to keep the secret any longer. The little mermaid saw. He is Magdalene.
Spread out through the shallows. Follow the glow that hung beneath the really fast where there was no traces anywhere. She would be there.
The little mermaids branched out towards the Swamplands, tired but determined. As Neve hurried on his journey to find her, because to him, he was stuck on the other side of the portal for 50 years. Sprinted off in the distance.
No, it can't be. I watched you vanish beyond the current. You were gone. You've lost to the portal decades ago. How did it let you go? And who's the man I saved from the northern portal?
By every star in the tide of his youth, I dreamed of the shore 100 miles.
I don't understand. I saved you through the northern portal, pulled you from the dark, twisted world of Elnora. Tell me true. Neither you still the man I saved or something the sea sent back were in his face.
I'm not just a man. When the dark tried to take me, I remembered it. It burned brighter than food. That memory that reminded me back from the portal.
Who needs one born of tide, one born of time? I suggest make mistakes. It just tests what our hearts can bear. The one I pulled from the current wasn't you, not truly. He was what the ocean made in your place so the balance could hold. I feel him still, that echo of you. Is up there, lost between the tides. If he stays, both worlds will break.
Then send him back, Grace. The sea can keep my shadow, I'm done living the past. You pulled me from the dark, not the echo. If the tides want payment, they'll have to take it from the man who has stayed.
Somehow the thieving pirates would find a way into the swamplands and search tires slide from the northern parts of the harbours to the far south, some being able to avoid them altogether. Some weren't as lucky. Neve stayed his territory, Grace evaded each ship's passing, meeting by the giving tree. Oh,